Okay, hello, mate. Right, yeah, it's yeah, mate. I'm gonna have you on. You sent me an invite about an hour and a half ago, so you've been waiting
What
patiently.
happened there? Was it my phone?
No, I think it's mine, mate.
Okay.
I've had a few little bits and pieces. I think it's mine. How are you anyway, mate? How's the channel? I haven't seen you in a while. How are you getting on?
Yeah, I'm just taking over. I've got to pay the bills, so but Uncle T Boxing doesn't pay the bills at the moment. Maybe get some sponsors in, but I'll get back to it. I probably need this time while to sort myself out while the boxing is having a little break. I've got a question for you though. Obviously April is gone now.
Yeah.
What's the chances of it coming back in May for the pay-per-view month?
What? Boxing back in May, first week of May?
Yeah,
No
yeah.
chance.
It's not
Absolutely no
happening.
chance. No.
So all that Dylan White fight with the Derek Chisora, you don't see that happening.
I don't believe so. No, I don't believe so. I mean, I could be wrong. Obviously, I'm not a promoter. I'm not privy to negotiations and stuff. But I'd be amazed if we get boxing before July. Amazed.
Really,
So
really.
yeah.
Obviously, this is not really going to affect you because you get accreditation. But in the coming months, anyway, boxing fans were bombarded with all this pay-per-view stuff with this all coming in with the subscription and everything. What's your view about all that? I know you're not meant to. You got to keep, try and keep it neutral as much as possible. But for the boxing fans, what do you think about all that?
Well, yeah. I mean, I have to keep it fairly neutral, but I'm also a boxing fan. I buy the pay-per-views, even the shows that I'm at. I'll buy so I can watch them the next day. So yeah, I mean, look, it's the way things have been going for a long time. So it's no surprise to me. It depends. I mean, obviously, the zone going to come in. What kind of content? What kind of price point is it going to be? But I know that everybody at the minute is scratching around desperately for content, and that means the zone, everybody. So I don't know whether or not that's going to mean a slight delay to them coming. Whether it ends up being that these pay-per-view shows get pushed and spread out towards the end of the year, I don't know, to be honest, mate, because this whole stuff is just mental. I think the hang on 1 second, mate. 1 second. Hang on. I just see one dude is getting kicked. 1 second. Just gonna kick that guy. See you later, mate. Right, he's gone. Sorry about that, Tunji.
What did he do? What did he say?
Don't worry, he said some not nice things that a wholesome man such as yourself shouldn't be subjected to hearing. So anyway, yeah, so I don't really know, mate. I think the second half of the year could be absolutely mental. It could be, you could theoretically have one show a week, like good-sized shows. Or you could, I don't know what they're going to do, because you're going to have so many fighters who are going to have like a massive backlog of not fighting. And if you're not fighting, you're not getting paid. So people are going to need to get paid. And yeah, it's going to be a mental time. But as far as pay-per-views go, mate, what were we going to have? We were going to have whyte-povetkin on the 2nd, the same night as Canelo Saunders. I don't know whether Canelo Saunders would have been Sky box office. It might have been.
It would have been with DAZN, wouldn't it?
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, we've
DAZN.
spoken about it already. So, yeah, I don't know how that's going to change, mate, or how this whole thing is going to change everything. I mean, I don't know, I'd be purely speculating, but as far as pay-per-views go, mate, it's a sign of the times. We're fortunate that we only have to pay 20 quid as opposed to 80, 70, 80 quid, but still, nobody likes paying out of their pocket. Are these fights pay-per-view worthy? I mean, some of the fights...
I made a suggestion here, but my good friend Derek, I made a suggestion on my channel. I was like, I would have preferred to pay a little bit more, like maybe £25 for Derek and Dylan White to be in the same card. It'd be a massive night at the O2, but
yeah.
they're too big egos.
They might do something like that, Tunji, because
that would have been a great night for boxing, wouldn't it? Imagine Dylan White fighting Povetkin and Chisora against Usyk all in one night. 25 quid. Come on, that would have been better, wouldn't it?
They might have to do something like that. You never know.
But
you never know.
Everyone wants to get paid maximum. I know it's a dangerous sport and everything, but the numbers are all adding up with the subscriptions, the BT, BT subscriptions. That comes with Box Nation. Then obviously the Sky Sky. Then DAZN are now gonna come through with DAZN coming through. That will water down the Sky Sports boxing as well. And it's all going mad. Then we have to add the PPVs with the and all those fights. Believe it or not, the one I was looking forward to out of all those 4 PPV fight would have been DUBOIS-JOYCE against DUBOIS-JOYCE. That would have been the fight for me, because that meant a little bit more for me in my personal opinion.
Who would you have picked in that fight, Tunji?
Now I feel Joyce is being disrespected a little bit with the numbers coming in, with the odds. Well, he should have won the gold medal, in my opinion.
Yeah, he got robbed.
And what he's done so far, I mean, he doesn't look great in the eye. He looks slower than the rest of them, but he's very, very effective. I interviewed Joshua one time, and I agreed with him when he said, Dubois early, Joyce late. That's how I see it. This is heavyweight boxing. If Dubois catches him, he's going to go down. Then there's one thing interesting what Joyce said in one of you, I think it might have been interviewed with Boxing Social, and he said, he could see himself going down, but he's definitely going to get up. That's kind of interesting to have that in your psyche, knowing that it's possible. It's a strong possibility I'm going to go down. So he shows he gives the level of respect. Going into a fight thinking, I'm going to go down. I don't know what to make of that. But
I guess it's probably better off doing that than going in there with the blinders on. You know, we had Fowler on here, obviously, not long ago, and he said that he went into the Fitzgerald fight. He just didn't think it was a possibility. He thought he was just going to go in there and blast him out in a couple of rounds. So yeah, I completely agree. Shows good self-awareness, and
Fowler lost that fight because of Fowler, in my opinion. He just didn't see himself getting beaten by Scott Fitzgerald. He just couldn't see it. So it was a massive shock to him when he went down and he was tired and he was loading up. He was trying to he was trying to over impress too much, you know, because I still believe, in my opinion, that is the best domestically. When I say domestically, take away Liam Smith and if you want to add Liam Williams in there, but in that little segment, I feel, in my opinion, I reckon in a rematch, I mean, I prefer Scott Fitzgerald is my guy. I mean, I just find him funny and everything, but he's one of those guys that's just going to disappoint me because of his lack of determination. I mean, so I'm just going to cherish that win he did against Fowler. I'm going to cherish it because I don't know if that's going to happen again.
Yeah, it's a shame when you see stuff like that. It's a story as old as time in boxing, isn't it? You know, people who have all the talent in the world.
I'm sorry, let me just stop you. Someone just said Cheeseman. Yeah, I like Cheeseman. Cheeseman is my guy as well. But, I mean, I prefer Cheeseman to Anthony because I know Cheeseman personally, but I'm not going to just lie to myself. I just feel from what I could see, I just have a feeling like Fowler, if he's more relaxed, he punches too hard. You know, he punches. It just has to relax more on that. And him with Shane McGuigan, that's a matchup made in. I believe is a matchup made in. Like, is the best thing that he could have done. Dave Caldwell is a good coach as well. You know, respect to him. But I feel Shane McGuigan is the best coach in Britain. Personally, I feel, and that's in my opinion anyway.
What's going on with you, Tunji? Your boxing career?
I don't know about all that.
Why you boxed?
Yeah, but my level is 7 area level, maybe English. And for me to have got there, I would have to have had few fights to make up in the rankings. And that's what people don't know in boxing. For me to have a few fights, I had to sell tickets to fight more journeymen. And I wasn't prepared to being a salesman for my promoter, just to sell enough tickets, take money from my friends and family just to fight fights that I know I'm going to win. I told my promoter, I was like, I want to fight. I want to fight for the 7 era right now. And he had, like, Steve Gooden had so many people he had to take care of. He had so many other fighters maybe ahead of me. You know, I started boxing as a pro like 36. I had no time to start selling tickets, fighting journeymans, and, you know, just taking money from my friends and family. So I just decided that let me just leave it. I'm never going to become a world champion. With the British title, it's got that Scott Fitzgerald, Ted Cheeseman, Anthony Fowler. I wouldn't want to fight Fowler for it, not because I don't think I could beat him. Well, it'd be very, very difficult because because one, he's full time. I'll be doing it part time, and I'll be going in thinking, how hard does he hit? How am I gonna feel when he hits me and my leg? And that's not the mentality you go into the fight. You have to go in thinking, listen, I'm gonna beat you. When you have that second doubt, you shouldn't be in that ring. Not unless the money is good. I'm fighting Fowler right now. I don't think the money will be worth it getting knocked out in front of national TV for it. You know?
I think, well, we've had a bunch of comments in about how honest that is and how well said that is. So well done, mate. That was very interesting to listen to. What about the channel? What about Uncle T Boxing? You're doing bits, mate. What's going on with the channel? I mean, well, I'm assuming you're going to be affected by this as well.
Yeah, you know what? I took a break because I started doing some work. I had to do work. I had to do a couple of night shift work, and it affects me coming in the morning. But like I said earlier on, I've got a mortgage to pay. I live on my own. And last year I spent a lot of opportunity cost and a lot of money doing this Uncle T Boxing thing. I haven't got any sponsors. I haven't think so. I was going to get back to it, and my Instagram thing was much better in terms of my YouTube. You know, you've seen my content anyway. I make little mistakes. I'm just not as good. I just went into Curry's and I just went up to them. I was like, give me a bill. And I want to do interviews. Give me a camera. And I bought some camera. I haven't even got a Mac thing. I don't know how to do a MacBook. So I just have to like educate myself a little bit more before I go in. And I asked a question to my supporters on Instagram yesterday. I want to change that name, Uncle T Boxing.
Why?
Uncle T Boxing, because obviously with me being away from it, I would like to have people to help out. And I don't want, it's a bit narcissistic to just say, yeah, Uncle T. Like, it's like more of a vanity sort of thing, Uncle T. I would like to change it a little bit. You know, I'll be in there, I'll still have my Instagram as Uncle T, but like, you know, just change it to like something more so other people could go in and feel like it's a more of a family thing. Matchroom is not called Eddie Hearn, you know. Coca-Cola is not founded by Cola. No, Pepsi is not founded by a guy called Pepsi. Boxing Social is not called Rob Tevert. You know, IFL TV is not called Kugan Cassius TV. So I've got to involve, and I've got to get better people who perhaps might be even better interviewing to jump on this Uncle T thing and just, you know, make it, you know, Raps on TV is not, I see them there, it's not called Raps, but yeah, that's my opinion anyway.
I don't know, man. I like your I like Uncle T Boxing. I think it's good. I like the affinity that it has towards you. I like it. So
let's talk more about boxing. What do you think of this Lee Eaton guy? What was your experience with him?
Who's Lee Eaton?
Lee Eaton. Didn't I pronounce his name properly? Sorry with my accent. There's a mixture of African and British over there. Lee Eaton,
No. I was pretending I didn't know who he was. Of course I know.
Okay, yeah.
Lee's a great guy, man. Lee and MTK are doing really great stuff in the sport. I really love tournament-style boxing. So the World Boxing Super Series, the old school Super 6 that they had, and obviously now the Golden Contract. I think it's fantastic for the sport. I think when you take the power, as it were, away from promoters and managers in the sense of making fights and just give it to the fighters, you say, look, this is what you're going to get paid. You'll fight any one of these guys. I think it works. So yeah, no, to be fair, I don't see that much of Lee. But when I do see him, yeah, I get on with Lee. And as I say, I think the work that they're doing from the small hall right the way up as well, the shows that they have on IFL TV, free boxing is always good. Any time that free boxing is available is fine by me. So yeah, I like Lee. Had a little a joke at, on Twitter the other day that I think Lee's probably going to beat me up next time I see him. But what can you do, man? What can you do?
Let's stay on that. Obviously with DAZN coming in and taking a little bit away from taking some of the spots from Sky Sports Boxing, do you think that will leave more doors open for like other promoters like Lee Eaton coming in to work with Sky? Where are they going to get their content from? What was your view? Well, you've interviewed Eddie Hearn. You're in there. You've interviewed Adam Smith. So tell me, how do you see that whole transition going?
Well, obviously we don't really know what's going to happen. Adam and Eddie have both said in recent weeks that they're talking about an extension and keeping all of their options open. But what that really means, we don't know. But you would assume that there will be more slots available for other promoters, not just Lee Eaton. Obviously, there's other guys doing good stuff on the small hall scenes. You've got Steve Woods, Al Siesta, Steve Goodwin. You never know, mate. You never know what's going to happen. I think before this kind of coronavirus outbreak, it was still a little bit of an uncertain time where we were kind of looking at DAZN coming in and wondering what that was going to mean for everybody. And, it wasn't that long ago that we had ITV back in the sport. And then all of a sudden we've gone from, okay, how is this going to play out, to literally nothing about. Like there's nothing now. So I don't know, mate. It's speculating about speculation because of the shutdown. Like had this not have happened, I think we probably would have known more about things already. But I see we get a comment here. No way, Sky letting go of Eddie. They may not have a choice if he's out of contract. He's out of contract. But obviously, Matchroom have a lot more arms to their business than Rob. That bench is best spot for Signal. All right, mate. I trust you, Alpha. I'm going to sit down. But yeah, Matchroom have a long-standing relationship with Sky. That's not just boxing. So I'm sure there will be something thrashed out where they keep some shows on there. Will it be an exclusive deal? Who knows? If DAZN are paying more money and there's more shows going over there, you would think there'll be slots available on Sky. But as I say, at the minute, who knows? Who knows at the minute? Because we don't know when we're going to get boxing back in any way, shape or form. So at the minute, it's difficult to say, really.
Okay. Rob, I've taken enough of your time. I'm just going to leave this question.
Okay.
Coming away from boxing, the numbers coming out of Italy with this coronavirus.
Yeah.
I was there yesterday, was like 700 plus.
Yeah.
Scary numbers, alarming numbers. What's your thoughts about all that?
I mean, obviously, it's desperately sad, and it's very, very concerning. I think, I can only speak for myself personally, and as a family, we've done what we can to kind of keep ourselves and the ones closest to us safe. But I mean, I look at what's happening in Italy. Little bit of useless trivia for you. Bedford, which is where I live, has the highest percentage of Italian immigrants in the UK. So I have a lot of Italian friends. I have a lot of friends of the family who are Italian and have been for years. So it is very sad, and it does hit home probably a little bit more for that reason. But there's not really much that we can do apart from keep ourselves safe. And if prayer and faith and stuff is your thing, and if that's your type of thing, then that's all you can do. But yeah, it's desperately sad and alarming. It's still on the way up at the minute. So there's really no idea how bad this could be. All we can do really is hope, and if everybody looks after themselves, then that will give everybody the best chance. But it's desperately sad, not just Italy but everywhere. But yeah, it's horrible, mate. Horrible. I've been to Italy a lot. I've been to Italy 5 or 6 times on holiday. Love Italy. Love Italian food. As I say, it's Italian.
I can see you love Italian food.
Cheers, mate.
You're enjoying your pasta, I see.
You're the ultimate fat shamer. You're the person who grabs my belly the most every time I see you. as I say, Bedford is a town that's very, very heavily influenced by Italian immigration and has been for years and years. So it's desperately sad, mate. Desperately sad.
Yeah. Shout out to Alpha Road. Watch out for that guy. He's on the come up. It's cruiserweight. He's still in the novice stage, but he's coming up, knocking out 1 or 2 guys. But he's supporting the boxing thing. Alpha, look out for him.
There we go, mate. There we go. Look out, everybody, for Alpha Royal D.
Yeah, Royal D. Yeah, Alpha Royal D.
Yeah. Okay, mate. All right. Well, Tunji,
let me leave you to
much,
speak to
mate.
Lee Eaton. Thanks for your time, and all the best with you and your family.
Thank you, Tunji. I'll see you soon, mate. You take care.